Hi there. Now, there is something I would like for us to talk about briefly. Okay, perhaps we would solve it together. Perhaps we would, I mean, consider it to be a puzzle. All right, and we together will approach it with the intention to have it solved. Now, when people say someone has changed, what comes to mind? Have you heard that conversation before? Have you heard that? I mean, any such terminology before, or have you personally been a recipient of or a subject of such a discussion when someone told you that you have changed? I mean, how did you how did you receive it? How did you think about it? Now, I want us to think about it or approach it from the perspective of possibility. Is that even possible? Can people change? And when anyone says anyone else has changed, what do they specifically or particularly mean? I want to think that they are not specific when they say someone has changed. Is it behavioral change? Is it change in height? Is it change in skin tone or skin coloration? What are they exactly talking about? Perhaps I mean it's a coded kind of message. So is it possible that we can decode it without having to ask them? But I think it's even a good thing to ask them. If you have been told that you have changed by anyone, perhaps you could ask them what they mean by that. But is that even possible at all? Okay, I mean, because we learn, because we can we are adaptable. I mean, as human beings, we have a highly developed brain. We have a prefrontal cortex that enables us to think, and that prefrontal cortex is a part of the cerebral hemisphere. And then in the limbic system, there is the hippocampus, which is responsible for processing and saving or committing to memory or committing to long term memory some things that we learn or we encounter. And so, based upon these things that I've mentioned, highly developed brain, especially the prefrontal cortex, which enables us to be devoted to devote, I would say, attention and focus and to learn, and then a certain part of the limbic system, the hippocampus, which is responsible for processing and storing long-term memory. These things that I've mentioned, based on my perspective, it makes it impossible for people to change, except those that say that anyone has changed would particularly say what they mean by that. Oh yes, but I mean, traumatic brain injury or nerve deterioration, perhaps in the case of dementia, could make people change because in that stance they cannot revert to their former desirable behavior because of the injury to the brain or because of the nerves in the brain deteriorating. So, yes, in these two instances, or perhaps in a little more, I will agree that people can change, but that's it. Otherwise, I would say people can adjust, people can adapt because we can adapt. We are human beings. So the next time you are with someone and they say you have changed, maybe you who is saying someone has changed, perhaps you should invest your your energies in trying to investigate to find out why that other person has changed. Now, when you say they have changed, they can still and will treat someone nicely and tenderly and affectionately, but perhaps not just you, not just you in the moment, and perhaps, I mean, not just you anymore, but when you strike a conversation with them maturely, you could find out why you think they have changed. Is it behavioral change? If it is, perhaps you two could talk about it and have it ironed out. So there you go.